What is a sassy man exactly? Let's going to talk about it.
I was just patient, never try skating. Fuck niggas hating.
Okay, so I'm a very technical person. Whenever I do anything, I like to know exactly what I'm talking about. And so in this video, I'm not going to be any different. The definition of sassy is lively, bold, and full of spirit. Cheeky. I think of somebody, when I hear that word cheeky, it takes me to thinking about Django, when he called him cheeky. That's hot. And Django was pretty bold and lively. And I didn't see anything. That's one of my favorite movies. I love Jamie Foxx's character in Django. I mean, I would have wanted, back in the slavery days, I would have wanted to be Django. You know, accurate aim, blowing heads up like pow, fighting for us black folks. Yeah. My favorite scene in that movie is when he whipped the guy with the whip, and I was like, oh, it hurt, huh? You don't like it, huh? Because the hypocrisy of people who are willing to inflict pain on you that can't even handle the same pain that they were more than willing to inflict on you is entertaining to watch. But anyway, in this video, I want to discuss what it means to be a sassy man. First of all, let me say this. A woman calling a man sassy is a derogatory term. It is used to insult or belittle him. Let's be clear on that. So when you hear women say something to the effect of, you kind of sassy, or why you acting sassy, that is her trying to insult you. Okay? A similar term is like when a woman is calling a man zesty. Now, this is the irony of a woman calling a man zesty. There are a lot of homosexual men in the world, right? Nobody's calling them zesty. So this isn't to insult homosexual men. A woman calling a man zesty, she's going to call a straight man zesty, or she's going to call a man who claims to be straight, or who's maybe he's still in the closet. Who knows? Maybe he's on the DL. Maybe she has suspicions of him being zesty or on the down low or homosexual. So a woman calling a man sassy, which sounds like something that you would more so apply to women, but technically by definition, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's, it only applies to women. But that sounds kind of like a feminine word, sassy. Men, we don't refer to ourselves as sassy. Women refer to men as being sassy or zesty. And rightfully so, fellas, this will piss you off. And I didn't know what this was a few days ago, but I kept on hearing it and kept on hearing it, and I looked into it. I was like, what is this sassy stuff? What does that mean? What does it mean for a man to be sassy? So I asked a woman. I went on a date with a woman, and I heard it come out her mouth. She was like, yeah, this guy I was talking to, he was kind of sassy. I was like, okay, what's sassy? What's that? Because I'm curious. I'm like, am I sassy? What is sassy? I like it good and hot, baby. I said, what's sassy? And she said, sassy like coming in the house and asking, where's my food? And like expecting a woman to cater to you. I was like, I've never done that a day before in my life. But if I heard a man come in the house and tell his wife, babe, where's dinner? Did you cook dinner? I wouldn't have thought anything feminine about that. As a man, I would have thought, damn, this is one bold, one lively, one controlling person. like a wife beater or something like that. But let's go ahead and break it down what these women are trying to imply. So I took all the stuff I gathered. It was a whole bunch of fluff. Like I heard one that was ridiculous that I wouldn't even entertain. Like somebody said, you're sassy if you like bananas and hot dogs. Okay, you know what? I love bananas. So do my kids. And I love hot dogs. That, again, is implying that you are zesty or feminine. If a woman calls me sassy or zesty, that would be the last thing she say to me. I'm going to just put it like that. Your level of respect is too low to be in my presence, baby. You don't get a second chance on that one. Call me zesty or sassy one time, and I'm going to give you two things. Fingers. And one of them is a finger. You feel me? So I made my own little list of what, if I was to understand or agree or acknowledge the word sassy, which I don't, what I would deem, okay, this is what she's referring to, in order for me to help my men so we know what's going on. All right. Number one, sign that you are a sassy man. You like to argue with women. And like I said, I put this in my own words. I'm not arguing with no man or no woman, but if you like to argue with a woman, you like to go blow for blow, word for word, insult for insult, tit for tat with a woman, that's some sassy shit. That's sassy. I ain't doing it. Excuse me. Who got the patience for that? Who got the time for you? You got to have the last word too. I bet you got to have the last word. Now, I'm gonna speak my mind when I'm dealing with a woman. If I disagree, but arguing, no. You can speak your mind without arguing. You don't go back and forth. If somebody, hey, I understand you don't agree with what I said, but I still stand on what I said. Conversation over. Ain't no back and forth. Yeah, I'd agree. That's some sassy. That's sassy. And when I say that's sassy, I'm thinking that's feminine. That's a feminine trait. Yeah. Absolutely. Number two, he requires women to cater to his needs. How do I view this right here? I don't think I've ever had a woman in my life, probably why I'm still single, because I never experienced it, so I can't really speak on it from a position of experience. So like I have a lot of knowledge of it, but I've never had a woman cater to me. Ever. Maybe my mother when I was a kid, but that was to a degree. I still had masculinity. I still had discipline too on the side of that. So I don't even know what it looks like for a woman to cater to her man. I mean, Beyonce and them, they made that song Cater to You. And I thought it was cute, but I didn't think like, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I want a woman to cater to me. So I really don't know what a woman catering to a man looks like. It's kind of like, I guess it's common sense. Like, okay, she cooks for you, but yeah, I've had women cook for me. She cleans for you. If a woman cleans my house, I'm gonna be like, you ain't got to do that. I was gonna get to it. I appreciate it though. I'll say thank you, but require her to do it? Nah. So I guess again, I can agree with this being sassy. Requiring a woman to cater to you. Now, the earlier reference I made when a man comes in the house and says, "Where's my dinner?" That didn't sound sassy to me, but I guess from a more worldly view or more global point of view, like being able to see everything, if this man legit required a woman to do everything, cut up his food, feed it to him, wash his clothes, bathe him, make up his bed, clean up his house, I don't know what catering to a man really looks like. A woman couldn't do too much catering to me. I'd be like, enough. I would start feeling feminine. I don't know if that's toxic masculinity or not. I'm just being vulnerable and honest and transparent right now. That you can't do too much for me before I say, that's enough, you good. I got it from here, baby. Because I want to be the man. If a woman is sitting in front of me and the leg on the table was wobbly and she go and grab my tools and I'm sitting on the couch sipping on my coffee and she get down there up under the table and lay on her back and and I'm still sitting there, hell no. I'm like, what you doing, baby? And if she's like, no, I want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna get down there and help. I'm gonna hold the leg. I'm not sitting there watching a woman build or fix nothing in front of me. I just can't. Hey, I can't watch a woman struggle to carry something in front of me. I'm gonna feel like I can see how that's sassy. Dang, I gotta agree with that. That's sassy if you sitting back letting a woman do all the manual labor. Sorry. Trigger warning. Number 3, he's a baby boy. These are nuts, boy, I tell you. He's a baby boy. We seen the movie Baby Boy with Tyrese. So they're saying that's a sassy man, a man who he's not, he's a mama's boy. He pretty much doesn't want to work. All he wants to do is play the video games. He's lazy. On top of being mouthy, that you can't call me mouthy. I'm gonna say what I want to say, but I feel like, okay, damn. Then why I gotta agree with some of this? When I hear, if I was to think of a man who didn't want to work, who didn't have any ambition, didn't have any goals, who is cool with living at home with moms, like, and the thing is, I understand when you have to do that due to financial circumstances. Maybe you went out there in the world and got a felony, so you're struggling with finding a job, and maybe you got evicted, or maybe you can't afford the inflation of rent prices, all that stuff on your own and stuff like that. So, you live with your mom. All of that stuff I understand, and I don't consider that to be sassy at all. But, that's just circumstantial. But when it comes to a man who just ain't got no drive, he ain't got no ambition, he just I don't know what kind of man that is. It wouldn't be a man I'm hanging with. All my homies, they got their stuff. They do their thing. They pull up in trucks. They work. They fix stuff. They build. My homeboy in his closet, garage, he got welders. And I like that. I'm like, this man, you got a welder. He got wood cutters. And yeah, that's the homie. I talk about him all the time. I got masculine men around me. So a man how do you do that? I don't know how to do that. Can you just do it for me? That might be sassy. A man who ain't got no drive, no ambition, no goals, that just might be sassy. And I might have to agree with them on that one too. I'm sorry. No, I'm all for my guys, but this is starting to sound like it got some truth to it. Number 4, he doesn't maintain his masculine frame. Yep, I'm going to agree. If you ain't maintaining your masculine frame, then you've been a little bit feminine. You've been a little bit soft. And here's the thing about it. This is a big trigger warning right here. Men who put their guy friends over their woman, that ain't masculine, bro. I don't know why you think it is. Yo, I'm with the homies. Yeah, I'd rather kick it with the homies. Bros over hoes. That's not masculine. I grew up like that. I grew up saying that, like, F these B's. You know what I'm saying? Trying to avoid saying some mean cuss words before I get flagged by YouTube. But I feel like I grew up like that, and in retrospect, the homies wasn't doing nothing for me. The homies was stabbing me in my back. The homies was setting me up. The homies was, they lusted after my women. The homies were trying to get me in trouble. The homies, instead of doing something themselves, they were like, man, go do that. And then you do it, and now you the one who got to go down for it. I'd rather be in the house with my woman. You know what I'm saying? There's a ton of things I can do with a woman that I'd enjoy. That wouldn't be zesty or sassy. So, not being in your masculine frame, I see how this can sound a little zesty or sassy. I agree with that again. Dang. Let no woman ever call me no sassy man. You call me a sassy man, like I said, you out. Because you implying none of these things apply to me. Number 5, he isn't self-sufficient and self-sustaining. Man, I still agree, because if you are not self-sufficient and self-sustaining, then you aren't living in your purpose as a man, period. And I don't care what no man got to say about that. You can't justify that to me. Living in your purpose is getting up and figuring it out. Living in your purpose as a man is applying yourself and learning, teaching yourself, whatever. Be around men who got it figured out. If you don't have it figured out, learn from them, ask them questions. Those men are going to be happy that you are coming into your manhood, and they're going to be more than happy to show you the ropes. Don't hang around men who aren't trying to do anything. Hang around men who got some stuff going on. I'm really big on the difference between toxic masculinity and healthy masculinity. And healthy masculinity, we need more of that in the world. You know, the protectors, the providers, you know, the teachers, the leaders, you know, the ones that stand up for something and not for something bad. That doesn't make you, that's toxic masculinity when you stand up for things that are bad. When you stand up for things that are good. So the masculinity sits within the standing up part. So if you stand up for something, that's masculine. But if you stand up for something bad, that's toxic masculinity. If you stand up for something good, that's healthy masculinity. Okay? So the standing up and being bold and strong, that's masculine. But it can be toxic or it can be healthy. Okay? So I'm really big on that. And I feel like these things that women are calling men sassy for, which they're misusing the word, but we do that in urban culture anyway. You know, we'll say something is weird when in actuality it's just different. And it's weird to us because it's foreign. It's something that's different we don't understand. You know, we'll say something is nice, you know, but really that doesn't mean what we're using it for, you know. Or somebody say, I'm ill. You know, you get it. If you are within the urban culture, you know that we misuse words all the time, and we don't necessarily, you know, look at definitions and stuff before we use words. I do. I try to, and I still have slang. I still use urban slang too. You know what I'm saying? So, but my point is that women are misusing this word. They're calling men sassy, but it's an insult. It's a derogatory term. You know, it's like calling you out your name, or it's like calling you zesty or soft when you are obviously a straight man. Okay? And I wouldn't deal with a woman who uses these words, though, to be honest with you, because that's disrespectful. As funny as it sounds, it's disrespectful. You know what I mean? And you wanna get beat up? Call a straight man zesty. To me, it's not smart. I wouldn't do it as a man. I wouldn't go up to no straight man and call him zesty. Problems. You know what I'm saying? So I can keep it short because a lot of stuff you'll hear on the internet is just a bunch of fluff built around that concept. And to me, that's a summed up version. You know, they went into detail. If you go to brunch, then that's sassy. I eat whenever I want to eat. I ain't worried about what nobody got to say about it. But I don't necessarily if I went out around 10 a.m. to 1, 2 p.m. and got something to eat, I'm not going to say I'm going to brunch. I'm just going to go grab some breakfast / lunch. But just regardless of how I word it, I'm still eating around that time. That doesn't make me sassy or zesty. I'm hungry. That's what it makes me. So, yeah, if you like this video, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you know some other things that make a man sassy, leave them in the comments. I want to know. You know, because I know I ain't sassy though. And if this is your first time to my channel, my name is Jerome, and this has been another episode of The Superb Word. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, 2 fingers, y'all.